Nigeria is the largest producer of tomatoes in sub-Saharan Africa, with an annual output increase of 33.3% to 2.4 million metric tons in 2023 from 1.8 million metric tons that was in 2021. Well, with this large-scale production of tomatoes, we see Nigeria is the 13th largest importer of tomato paste globally. Well, let's talk to Dr. Ifeoma Awokolo, a research manager at financial derivatives company. Great to have you on the show.
Good afternoon, Laddie. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so can you explain this contradiction here? I would believe we should be a big exporter of tomato paste with our production of tomatoes at this time.
Okay, I quite agree with you, Laddie. This is a paradox. A paradox in the sense that we are the largest producer of tomatoes, at the same time, the top importer of tomato paste. And the factors underlining these are not far-fetched. One of the factors include harsh weather. We begin to see that the issue of climate change is playing out here, and a lot of farmers are ignorant of that. You see that the climate change gives what we call intense weather conditions. So you have more of sunshine over there in the north, and this affects production of these tomatoes. And another one is the post-harvest losses that they have. Okay, during our last survey, market survey, I spoke with one of the farmers, and he told me that they have about 70% of losses due to harsh weather, and they don't have the facility to be able to keep these tomatoes cool until when it gets to end users like you and I. So if you look at these losses, we already have a gap, a supply gap, and to bridge this gap, there is need for importation. That's why we see the influx of tomato paste into Nigeria. And to address this issue, we have to begin to let these farmers know the effect of climate change. A lot of them don't even know what climate change is. We need to let them know. And some of these things, what climate change does to crops is that it makes them prone to disease, pest and diseases. And in recent time, the tomatoes farmer have continued to battle what we call tomato Ebola.
Right.
And this is what is causing this paradox.
And we know tomatoes are widely consumed in Nigeria. Every home has, tomato at one point, and they always have to, replenish it. And we've seen other vegetables increase in price. We've seen about 40% hike, and that's just February here. And we're seeing food inflation also rising at the highest level we've ever seen. So talk to me about how much the average consumer, can take at this time.
Okay, I want to talk about inflation. Food inflation is over the roof right now. And the price of tomato is even higher than food inflation. So the prices of commodities like tomatoes and the rest during our market surveys are what are really pushing food inflation. You understand? And food inflation is the major driver of headline inflation. I'm going to see that the prices of tomatoes are on the increase, and this can be attributed to the losses they have. Of course, they want to make some gains. So all these losses and all the rest is filtered into the price of tomatoes. That is why we see the price of tomatoes hitting the roof. And again, shortage. We have a lot of shortage, and people are beginning to know the importance of fresh tomatoes. Aside using it to cook, stew, or jollof rice or whatsoever, you begin to see that it has these vitamins that is very essential for human body. Okay, it contains what we call contain lycopene, and lycopene is very essential. It helps to fight free radicals that helps you to combat cancer and all the rest. So people know the importance, they go for it. So it is something we cannot do without. The price will continue to increase because we have the festive period coming, which is Easter. People want to shop for Easter. And we have the ongoing Ramadan. People are fasting, and they store all these things for their daily consumption.
Right.
But there's good news, because the CBN has been able to provide about over 2 million bags of fertilizers to industry of agriculture in order to help to boost crop yield. And in near or medium time, we're likely going to see
Right.
if prices of food come down.
All right, we still see the leadership of the current leadership, helping with some outstanding interventions right there in the agri sector. Thank you so much for coming on. That was Dr. Ifeoma Nwonkolo, Research Manager at Financial Derivatives Company. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry, for having me.